first, a report tonight from the News 4 Tucson investigators.
News 4 investigators have learned that the U.S. Border Patrol has quietly started taking the rifles away from their own agents.
Here's Lupita Murillo with this exclusive story.
The News 4 Tucson investigators have uncovered that some of our Border Patrol agents have lost a key part of their arsenal. And that has agents who patrol along the border here extremely worried.
There's a lot of agents that are pretty upset over it. We know it's a dangerous job. We know what we signed on for, but we want to have as much of the equipment that we need to perform the job.
This is the M4 carbine. It's used by the military and the Border Patrol. It has an effective range of nearly 2,000 feet. Art Del Cueto represents the agents. He says some of those weapons have been removed and haven't been replaced. That means there's less rifles available to agents.
Problem is they're now pool guns. So what happens is instead of having their individual ones that they've had sighted in, they're having to use just a pool weapon that you don't know who used it before you.
The Border Patrol tells the News 4 Tucson investigators that it's been inspecting agents' M4 rifles. It is removing those it deems unserviceable. The Border Patrol in Washington, D.C. refused to disclose more information about the removal of these rifles. It simply said no further information is available at this time.
It's a concern for the officers and obviously for the community as well.
Santa Cruz County Sheriff Tony Estrada has been working on the border in law enforcement for nearly 50 years, so he knows the importance of outfitting agents with the right equipment.
Because we want to make sure that they have all the equipment that they need to be able to provide the safest environment that they possibly can here along the border.
Jeff Prather is a former drug enforcement agent who worked along the border. He's now a weapons instructor in Tucson who's trained thousands of U.S. military and law enforcement. He worries that agents stand the risk of being overpowered on the border.
Cartels have always been better equipped. Also, the paramilitary forces, the corrupt Mexican soldiers.
He says agents have contacted him and even told him about their concerns about sharing the weapons.
And now they're seriously concerned, because if they're seriously concerned enough to reach out and contact me and tell me this so we get this message out, they are not only frustrated, but they're in fear for their lives.
Prather believes removing some of the rifles may be politically motivated. He says he was told that many of these guns are being removed for issues that are easily repaired, like the firing pin and bolt.
This weapon is designed to be able to be in a battlefield situation changed out rather quickly, even so fast that modern weapons here have areas to hold spare bolts.
That makes him suspicious that the agency could be disarming its agents.
I hope they replace these weapons as soon as possible, or give us some kind of answer as to how they plan on replacing them.
Even though some of the agents may not have their M4 rifles, they'll make do with what they have in order to protect the border. Investigating for you in Nogales, Lupita Murillo, News 4 Tucson.